the Smok Brit ONE Mega. How's it going, everybody? This is Andy with AspenValleyVapes.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Smok Brit ONE Mega Starter Kit. Last week we did take a look at the Brit ONE Mini Starter Kit if you do want to check that out, but today we're going to be doing a rundown over the Brit ONE Mega, which is the larger version and the one Smok says that is made for more of a cloud performance device rather than the Brit ONE Mini, which is noted as the flavor device. So like always, we're going to go over the basics on this little starter kit right here. Then we're going to dive in, take a close-up look at it, see what it comes with, take a look at the mod and the tank itself. Then we'll bring it back up top, have a vape on it, and then go over some pros and cons. So starting off with the basics, it is a starter kit that includes the battery and the tank. You do get both included. The only thing you're going to need to add to this little starter kit to start vaping is your favorite e-liquid. The Brit ONE Mega Kit uses a 2000 milliamp hour battery, and it's got a 24.5 millimeter diameter, and the tank that comes with it, the Brit Sub Tank, is also a 24.5 millimeter tank, so it does sit nice and flush, as you can see right here. This tank does come with two of the B2 0.4 ohm coils for the Brit Mega tank, and those coils are rated anywhere from 20 to 50 watts. If you were to use this tank on a variable wattage tank where you want to adjust the wattage, that is the range that you would want to keep it in between 20 and 50 watts. It also comes with an additional 0.4 ohm replacement coil for this tank. Now this tank does have a 2 milliliter e-liquid capacity. It is top filling and it has top adjustable airflow as well, and we're going to see that better here in the close-up in a second. Let's just have one quick vape on it right now before we go and take a close-up look and see what it comes with and take a closer look at this device. Right now I've got some of the Moku Uatsu white gummy bear in here, and this is the 0.4 ohm coil in here, the one that comes pre-installed. There's no power settings or anything on this mod. It's just a fire button, 5 clicks on, 1 click to fire, so there's nothing to really adjust on here. So let's go ahead and have a vape. Alright, let's dive in and take a close-up look at this guy. Alrighty, here we have the packaging on the Brit ONE Mega Starter Kit. Standard Smok packaging right here. You will have the Brit ONE Mega battery right here. You will have the Brit Sub Tank up on top. You also get a piece of replacement glass for the Brit Sub Tank. You'll get a micro USB cord for charging your device. You'll get an additional 0.4 ohm dual coil for the Brit Mega tank. You'll get some spare O-rings in case you do lose yours or something happens to one of yours. You'll get a Smok warranty / quality assurance card right here. You'll get a Brit ONE Mega user manual. Very straightforward here. You'll see a little diagram here. It tells you about the drip tip, the top cap, all of that good stuff on there. Power button. And then it also goes over like filling your tank, replacing your coil, all that good stuff. Alrighty, here we have the Brit ONE Mega Starter Kit. Smok logo down here on the side. Firing button right here. Turn around, you will see your micro USB port for charging right here on the back towards the top section of it. Not on the bottom, so you can place your mod down while it is charging, and you can also vape this while it is charging as well. It does have pass-through capability. Pretty much your standard Ego style. Obviously this is a little bit bigger. This one comes in at 24.5 millimeters in diameter. Here you can see it from the bottom. It gives you a little bit of better example of the size of the 24.5 millimeters. The tank on here is detachable from the mod, just like on the Brit ONE Mini kit. Up on top you can see the top airflow control. There's 2 slots, one on each side. In terms of changing the airflow, you just twist. What happens on one side will be replicated on the other side. It does come with a removable 510 drip tip if you don't want to use the one that this one comes with. This one is a pretty wide bore drip tip, but it does pop off. Prefer to use your own. Maybe you want to customize your tank a little bit more. You do have that option. Pop it back on there. You're ready. This tank is top filling as well. Just twist off the top. See the top on the left, tank on the right. Just pour your e-liquid down in this slot right here. Try to avoid getting it down through the coil head itself. Just tip it to the side, pour it in. Just pretty much want to fill it up to a little bit below that glass line there. Once you've got her filled on up, screw that top cap back on, put it back on the battery, and you're ready to start vaping. Like I mentioned earlier, there is no screens, there's no options, there's no settings to mess with on here. It's just one fire button. You'll see it illuminates there blue. That's 1 click to fire it. If you do want to turn it off when you put it in your pocket or purse, 5 clicks on. Now it's turned off. If you try to fire it without a coil on there, you'll see it blink like this. So if you have your tank screwed on and you are seeing that blink, then that means the coil is not making a connection, and you might want to make sure your coil is fully tightened. Other than that though, when it is screwed on nice and properly, 1 click and you're vaping. That's going to wrap it up for the close-up. If I missed anything, please let me know down in the comments with any questions you have, and I'll be happy to answer them. For now, let's bring it back up top and have a vape on this guy, talk about some pros and cons. Alright, now that we've got that close-up out of the way, let's get into the pros and cons. My only real con on this is going to be a little funny if you saw my Brit ONE Mini starter kit, nearly the same device, a few small changes. But if you did see that, my one con might seem a little funny, and my one con on this starter kit is the fact that when the airflow is wide open, it just feels off, something about it. It does use top airflow, but I've used a lot of tanks that have pretty wide open top airflows and they work just fine, but something about this airflow when it's all the way open, it just seems a little bit off. And one thing you guys gotta take into mind is everyone has different vaping preferences, but to me personally, it just seems a little off when it's all the way open. And the one thing I wanted on the Brit ONE Mini was a tad bit more airflow on that tank. So it looks like Smok did get it right with that one, and if they did add a little bit more, I wouldn't have liked it when it was all the way open. But there's just something about it, I can't really figure out what it is, but when the airflow is all the way open on this, it just seems a little bit off. And while it is a con, it is not a big deal at all. Like I said, everyone has their own vaping preferences, and for me, it takes 2 seconds. Actually, it took 1 second. Boom, it's fixed for me. I just closed the airflow a little bit. So it is a good thing actually that you have the option to have it all the way open, because that might be something you like. It was really hard to find any cons on these two kits here. So that's sort of like just grasping for straws there. It's something I feel like is sort of worth mentioning. Not a deal breaker at all. Still a great little setup here. Very good performance. The vapor production and flavor is very good. I think the flavor might be a little bit better on the Brit ONE Mini, which does make sense because they do say that one is made for the flavor, while this one is made for more of the cloud production. Other than that though, it is a great starter kit. I think I'm going to end up doing a comparison video between the Mega here and the Mini, just because I know a lot of people are going to be like, what is the main differences and stuff? And so I can elaborate a little bit more on that instead of dragging this one on. In my opinion, they each have their pros and they each have their cons. It's just going to be which one is better for what you are looking for and what is your ideal vape. So like I said, be on the lookout for that. I'm probably going to do that later this week. I actually might even do that one tomorrow. We'll see here though, but for now, let's go ahead and have a vape on this Brit ONE. I'm going to open up the airflow all the way now. I had it about 80% open right there. This is going to be with the airflow all the way open. So as you can see, the vapor production there is very good. It's not like it's leaps and bounds above the Brit ONE Mini or anything like that, but that's something I'm going to show in the comparison video between the Mega and the Mini kit. That being said though, if you guys have any questions on the Brit ONE Mega starter kit or any vape related questions in general, please leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to get back to you. And if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and vape on.